Hey! So today in my group, and earlier in the week actually, I posted asking for some questions you all had on cups because I wanted to make a cup video. And so I've got a list here. It's not very long, unfortunately, but these are questions that have been asked, and I figured I would go over them and give you all my opinion. I wanted to do this with Brittany, but she's not here because she would be a good one because she's basically the opposite of me. So it would have been nice to have the other opinion. But unfortunately, you guys just have me. So let's get started. The first question I have was, how do you know if it's in the right position? This question was asked, and I think they had said that their cup had like turned sideways, which I don't know how that happens. I mean, I've never had that happen. I can't even imagine how that would happen. Anyways, I don't know how that happened. Okay, so the way I know my cup is in the right position, I insert it and I take the butts of it. We're just going to take a cup. So let's say I do the punch down. I'm going to put it in. It's going to pop open, hopefully. Say it doesn't pop open all the way and it's still kind of like this. It happens. Get it, push on this as best you can. If for some reason that doesn't work, wiggle your hand up and kind of just slowly let the air out. I know it sounds weird, just try it. So let's say it's right here, but I need it to come up to like here. I honestly just kind of shimmy it up, right? And that's what I do. I can feel when it hits my cervix, so that's an indicator for me. And also when I push, if this starts to go in and it won't go anymore, obviously I know I've hit the jackpot. So that's how I know. And then I also try and do like a little pull on it to make sure it's got the entire rim open. Because once that happens, the suction will start, and then you shouldn't be able to wiggle it without really having to work it out, okay? And I say wiggle, not pinch and wiggle, because that will break the seal. Next, a cup I recommend for high to medium height of cervix and a medium firmness. So it's kind of harder for me simply because I don't have very many of those in that firmness because I can't use them. A good one, I would say, would definitely be the Lily cup. It doesn't have any suction release holes. It does have spines though, and it's got a nice rim, and I have never had a problem with this cup opening up, ever, and it's very, very long. So here's the Lena. I've cut 2 nodules off. So just for comparison, I can actually trim this a little bit more because that's where it ends. That's where the nub ends. So I could probably go in another half inch of the nub. But definitely that would be a good one. The lunette too is quite firm in my opinion. So if this one doesn't work or if it's too firm, you can go down. Ruby would probably be good. Probably the Yuki Soft. Let's see. I'm trying to think for a sec. Maybe the Diva. Diva's kind of up there with Lunette, though, I've heard. Super Jenny's too soft. Scoon is too soft on the bottom. Lena is amazing. Lady Cup is super firm on the rim. I don't know if the size 2s have different firmness levels. These are just based off what I've had for like the smaller sizes. Except for Ruby Cup, I have had the medium. That one might work. But I'm just basically going off of what I've heard from other places. A cup wash that I recommend. I actually don't have any cup washes. I use a hand soap. Try and use one that doesn't have like any added moisturizers or anything like that. Just something that's maybe antibacterial or just a regular glycerin soap. And I rinse it off and either put it in a denture sanitizing or I boil it. That's all I do. I don't have any type of wash. I think it's a waste of money when soap and water work just as well. And it's cheaper and more accessible. That's the word I'm looking for. I think it's that word. I'm a little brain dead. What items and supplies should I take with me when I'm out? If you're using a cup, definitely take your pouch. The reason I'm saying that is for any reason you need to take your cup out and leave it out. Put it in your pouch so that it doesn't get any ickies on it and doesn't become damaged in your purse, backpack, whatever you're using. Definitely take some cup spots with you. The reason why I recommend those is if you're out in public and you need to dump your cup to reinsert it, you're taking your cup out and you're like, where do I put this? Where do I put this that hasn't been touched by feces and urine and kids' germs with their boogers? Where do I put it? You can't hold on to it while you're trying to wipe yourself and clean yourself up. Cup spot, you can put it on top of the toilet paper or the menstrual waste bin. Done. Hands free. So definitely that. And I would definitely keep a spare pad on hand, whether it be a liner, a light, or a mod, depending on your flow. Just keep something on hand because I do recommend always wearing some type of liner or light or something as backup because you never know when you are going to be able to get to a bathroom again. You may think you know, and then something comes up and then you're panting your underwear. So, next one is tricks to remove easily without a mess. Breaking the seal. Honestly, cups are messy. You're having to go in there with your hands, get up close and personal with your internal bits. So nothing's going to be super unmessy. Definitely when you have your cup in, you go in, and because my cervix is a little higher, I take this and I kind of shimmy my cup down, and then I pinch, and then I try and, as I pinch, pull to where I get to this point where I can hook my thumb up and hold it to pull it out and dump. Kind of weird, I know. Let me see. This one's a little bit bigger. So I've got it in, I've shimmied it down, I'm pinching it and pulling it so that I can shimmy, because my hand will slide because it's wet, and then I can pinch this down to kind of keep it from opening up all the way until I get it out, and then I'm sitting on the toilet and dump. So that's one way. Breaking the seal, if you ever have problems breaking the seal on a cup, usually you'll have them on a soft-bodied cup. And what I mean by that is, do I have one in here? Let's do this one. This is my Maluna Soft. So it doesn't look like it's moving the rim at all, right? So when that happens, just if it's not doing anything and breaking that seal, still try and shimmy it down. I know it's going to feel like it's possibly pulling your insides out. It's not, I promise. And then again, hook your finger up, break that seal so that you can pull your cup out and dump. Okay? How big is my cup stash? Alright, so let's see. I've got a Super Jenny. I've got a Maluna Soft medium. I've got a Lina small. I've got a Lunette 2. I've got the Juju small. A Sabelle small. Oh, I'm missing a cup though. I'm missing my flower pot cup. It's probably in my purse is why. Because it's one of my favorites. Hold on, guys. Yep. Alright, so I said the Sabelle. I've got the Lily. I've got the Gaia. I have the Maluna Classic. And then my flower pot would go here. I have 10. So happy. I didn't think I had that many, to be honest. Happy, 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 happy. I still have to try my Cybele. I haven't tried it yet. I keep forgetting to. But this is what I have. I never use this one, so that one's basically useless. And I never use this one anymore because it's too wide for me. But I do use these ones. Well, this one, I need to trim a lot. So these are basically what I have. And my flower pot, which is not on here. So I have 7 that I do keep in good rotation. All right? Next, how do I find my cervix? Okay, we're getting personal now. To find your cervix, I would recommend going into the shower. And possibly doing this when you're already on your cycle, simply because a dry run as opposed to when you're actually on your period can be different. Your cervix can drop or it can go up higher. It does weird things, okay? So I recommend going into the shower when you're on your period and squat down. Don't use your Kegel muscles. Like, try and act like you're trying to push something out. All right? I know that sounds weird. Just act like you're trying to push something out. Just keep it completely open and relaxed. Because once you start getting nervous or anxious, you're going to suck up, and then it's not going to give you an accurate reading. It's going to be hard. It's going to be painful. So just relax. Bear down. You will hear that a lot. Bear down. Insert a finger, one finger. Okay. I have really small hands. Like, I don't have long fingers at all. And go in, and your cervix will feel kind of like a rubber ball. A really soft rubber ball. Does that make sense? It's weird to explain, but you'll know when you hit it. You'll feel it. It feels really weird. And it will feel like hitting a rubber ball up there, like a bouncy ball. Okay? And that's what you need to measure. So how long it took you to get your hand in there. Some people, that's as far as they go and they're reaching it. And I'm thinking, that's like nothing. But, you know. This is a low cervix. This is a low cervix. This knuckle is low. This one's a medium. Anything to this point and up is a high cervix. I can't reach mine without basically having my whole hand in there. So I am considered a high cervix. But I can't always use super long cups. So I don't know if it's because my fingers are so short or what, but that's kind of the trade-off I have. Basically, if you can't find your cervix and you're kind of going all around up there, just go with high. And you can always work down from there. Because you can always get a cup and trim the stem, but you can't go in reverse. If you have a high cervix and you got no stem, you're going spelunking, girl. All right. Problems with a painful insertion. Okay. So, painful insertion. The way to hopefully fix this for you is, like I said, go into the shower if you're able to. It is all about relaxing those muscles down there. Bear down, relax, maybe keep your eyes closed so that you're not concentrating on it and you're just trying to have your hand feel what it needs to feel. Get your cup, use the different folds if you need to. Like, I know for my firmer cups, I can use the punch down. On my softer cups, I have to use the C-fold. You should kind of already be lubricated down there because you're bleeding, but, you know, if you need to, just run it under water. If it's a soft cup, I recommend putting it under really, really cold water because that will kind of stiffen the silicone to where you're able to finagle it a little easier. So bear down, relax, insert it, and once you get it inserted, that's when you tend to tense up. Just trying to remember to just stay relaxed. I still do it to this day, and I've been using cups for like a year and a half, and I still forget this and have to remind myself, okay, just calm down. You know, just relax. And, you know, do your twisting. Make sure it's open all the way. Push it up to where it needs to be. And once everything is done and you release your bearing down, it'll suck up. I promise you it will. Also, if you're having problems with insertion, your cup may be too big. I can't use wide cups. For example, this is my Maluna medium. This is like the perfect size for me. This is the Super Jenny, and I know you can't really tell much, but look at how much. Give me a sec. Look at how much bigger that rim is. And I can fit this one inside of it. And you can see how much bigger it is. Just to give you an idea. Oh, it's actually better on the wall. It's bulbous. So it may be your cup is just too wide for you. Go to something smaller. Tons of options. Just go something smaller. Try a different fold. There's lots of different folds. I actually just stick to the punch down and the C fold, but there's the 7 folds, the labial fold, tulip or rose fold. I can't even remember. There's a lot of them. Look them up on YouTube. Lots of videos on them, okay? And last is how much leakage is normal. Okay, leakage is normal, but I'm not talking like full-on period gushing here and there. I'm talking about a spot here and there, or spotting, or tinged discharge kind of deal. If your cup is in and incorrectly and the seal is working, the only type of leakage you should have is from the walls around the cup before you put it in. So it should only be the stuff that's still remaining that's not being caught by the cup. Because your cup is going in, right? So it's in, but this stuff like around here still has remnants from before the cup was in. So that's still going to be leaking. And it shouldn't, like I said, it shouldn't be anything that's like major evacuation. It should literally just be tinging or spotting. Nothing. Honestly, you could probably get away with a liner as long as your cup isn't getting overflowed. So, and you'll know when you're overflowing because it feels just like having a regular pad on or something. It's just regular going out. So a little bit is normal. They catch, but they can't catch what was there past where they're at, if that makes sense. That probably doesn't make sense. It makes sense in my head though. So I hope this answered your questions. It's kind of a weird video, I know. Let's pull you up just a little. There we go. My head's a little chopped off. Hope this helped you all. If you have any other questions, post them down below. Post them in my group, and I can do like a Q&A part 2 kind of deal. Whatever. I'm cool with whatever. And I will check back in later, and hopefully I'll have some other videos coming up. But that's it for now. Bye!